Hi friends, in this week's video I wanted to talk about 6 of my most treasured books. And the premise is that if you ever picked up one of these books before, or perhaps you've enjoyed one of the books on this list, in which case the other ones on this list could be the best for you to pick up. In case you're new here, my name is Ramin, 20 years old and studying law here in Sri Lanka. So going right in, the first book would be Atomic Habits. Now this is probably on a lot of lists of the recommended books to read. But it really is that good. It really breaks down and goes into the science of why habits really make or break us. It emphasizes the importance of process over goal, and to get at the core of the book, even if it's a tiny increment, each day you're getting 1% better and not 1% worse. When I read the book with all its examples, it gave me a feel of how the human body is so wired to adapt to our circumstances, and the deceptive nature of improving slowly, which is hard to appreciate when you look at it from the perspective of achieving a goal rather than sticking to your process. This book, and especially this series, was a lot of fun to read. From its quirky drawings to the cool dragons you find in this series, it really is a must-read. A major point that goes for it could be that it's relatable as a sort of underdog tale with a teenager that we can all relate to. And it's extremely different from the movies, so if you've seen the movies, definitely give this a shot because it's way better. It wasn't just the adventure, it was a lot of the emotions that I felt most connected to. It's currently going at around $4 on Amazon, but I highly recommend the physical book, otherwise you won't be able to appreciate all the drawings and the great covers. There are about 12 books in the series in all, and I highly recommend all of them. My third book would be Me Before You, and the whole series as a whole. You know, from all the movies and the covers, it seemed like the romance was the selling point of it. But when it was recommended to me and I started reading it, I really loved the story within it and how it tells a complete story about a person's life and how important love can be. I don't think I was too sold on the romance part of it, but I was genuinely able to appreciate the natural ups and downs you find in life, and so quite relatable. Full credit to the author for making such a coherent story with the characters being in touch with their emotions, basically showing this young woman going through a huge process of self-development. All in all, great story, and since I read it as an ebook as well, I think the digital copy is fine, and it's currently going for about $9 on the Kindle store. The fourth book is a bit of a different one, which is called No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Glover. The main message in the book, loud and clear, is that guys should stop simping. It sets out the problem in today's society where it's very easy for boys to fall into these sorts of traps where their focus isn't on the right areas. It tells you clearly that it's fine and it's actually healthy to ask for help and show that you have needs too, and that it's not unhealthy or immoral or indecent to voice your natural urges. I personally had these tendencies which I think I course-corrected with the advice of this book. The fifth and penultimate book would be Harry Potter. I personally love Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince the most, but this was the Harry Potter book in the best condition I could find in our house, and that's not saying much. When I was trying to think of why I like Harry Potter, I think it was the whole magical aspect of it and the whole excitement that was there in the wizarding world. It's very easy to follow and there's brilliant pacing, like you're never bored waiting for another fight scene or something like that. I don't think I need to say too much. I'm pretty sure everyone has read Harry Potter, and this book really is sort of a benchmark for the rest of the books in this video. So if you enjoyed Harry Potter, maybe you could give these other books a try. And the last book will be Bartimaeus. This is a sort of bittersweet book for me because it was really enjoyable to read, but when you wanted the happily ever after ending, it didn't quite happen. And that's a real shame because I think you can fall in love with the characters as I did. With the unique style of using footnotes to inject a lot of humor into the novel, like so. Looking back, I think this was peak humor for me. Not to say it was a guffaw every few pages, but it always kept a smile on my face. It tells a story from the viewpoint of a 3,000-year-old Ginny, or around that age I think. And when the story is told from that sort of lens, I think it shows us how lucky we are as humans to have a different sort of existence. So I recommend Bartimaeus. I think it's going for around $9 in the Kindle store, so please do check it out. So those were the 6 books that I treasured the most. Thank you for listening to me talk about them. If you like this video, do drop a like. I hope it provided some examples of some great books to be reading, especially in a time like lockdown. If you ever liked one of these books, do let me know in the comments what other books are great to read. Also, if needed, the links to the books will be down in the description where you can check them out on the Kindle store. Bye for now. new here, my name is Ramit.